Hey, hi guys. I am Today has been my off day after a very intense weekend of training in emotional intelligence and anger management. So today my friend invites me out and I never knew there is a more like a wildlife park in Abuja. I actually never knew. So today we decided to come out and I got to go around. The vicinity is beautiful, the ambience is nice. I won't be able to take you around, sorry, but I just want to share, some perspectives with respect to what I've observed in this park. See, guys, the story of Nigeria, it dey tire me, make I no lie. I look at the construction of this park, I look at the layout, I look at the infrastructure, I look at the labeling, the signages, the signposts, the trees. Everything is beautiful. Everything is beautiful. But guess what? Everything is poorly maintained. The animals look hungry. Some cages or some parcels are empty. All the waters are dirty. I went to the crocodile pond. You know how spirogyra kind of stuff, gathers in water. Even the crocodile itself don't collect spirogyra put for body. You find the pond. I'm seated just beside a pond. You can see the pond, and our fellow headsmen are occupying some section with their siblings and their offsprings. I don't know. The story of this country beats me, and it just makes me want to ask, why do we do what we do? Why do we invest and not think of the maintenance and the sustenance? Why do we go all out passionate about something and then we lose steam over time and then we back off? And while we think that this is a Nigerian thing, I think it's a function of we as a people. Because if I ask you, how many things did you resolve to do in 2019? And as of today, 25th of March, how many things are you still doing? How many things are you sustaining? How many things are you building? How many things are you driving? When we started this year, I said, don't try to do many things. Just try to do one thing that you can keep up and sustain. And guess what, guys? The thing is, life is a function of the things we do every day, right? So how about focusing on one thing and build all your clout and energy and focus and concentration around that one thing? Because at the end of the day, it's not a function of how many things you did. It's a function of which thing did I start and finished. So I want to mirror Nigeria as you and I. Over the years, I used to be very passionate and spontaneous. I used to be very, very impulsive. I'll just think of something, boom, I start running. And yeah, even though I have a lot of credit for finishing many things, but the thing is, many times I've taken up too many things and I could not finish them. So as I'm inching towards midlife, I'm thinking the best things to do in life is to sit down, determine what you want, critically appraise what it is, start it. But before you even start at all, think from the end. They normally tell us, start with the end in mind. Picture the end of your activity or your actions, the end of your plans, and walk back from it and ask yourself, at what point may I lose steam? At what point may I be distracted? At what point may I be disappointed? At what point may I do this or do that? So that you can create structures in between that can help you to last. Thank you, Steve. I personally review projects before starting. Thank you. Good feedback. So if you started off 2019, for instance, to last the whole year, ask yourself, what would happen in June? Would you lose steam? What will happen in September? What will happen in March? At what point would you probably get tired or bored or distracted or overwhelmed? Then you can ask yourself, what will I do when I get to that point? The story of Nigeria is heartbreaking, to say the least. But like I said, is a sample of your story and mine. We go into jobs we don't love. We go into businesses we don't appreciate. We go into friendships we know we cannot keep or that are not good for us. We go into partnerships, deals that we know may not be favorable for us. we go into some form of whatever it is that is not in line or in alignment with our value system, and then we back off. Then the question is, why did you start in the first place? There are some motivational talk that when you think of stopping, think why you started in the first place. Sometimes you started on the wrong footing. Don't let those motivational talk deceive you. But you need to ask yourself tough questions. If I am to start something, am I ready to stick with it to the end? Please, my people, consider this conversation. Banker says, Chai, I easily get overwhelmed. So the question I will ask you, at what point do you get overwhelmed? What are the symptoms that bring you to the point of overwhelm? What are the patterns you've noticed that bring you to the point of overwhelm? What do you need to do about those points when you're beginning to feel overwhelmed? Once you can ask yourself those questions, it can help you checkmate when you get into overwhelm. For instance, is it after a duration of time that you become overwhelmed? Or is it after a volume of activities that you become overwhelmed? These are questions to ask yourself so that you can know the patterns and see the symptoms and create structures around it, and then you don't get overwhelmed anymore. Finishing is very important. Starting, everybody can start anything, but finishing is what separates us, the succeeding ones, from them that are not succeeding. I love to finish, and it's important that you should love to finish. Don't let your story be that of Nigeria. You may be in Nigeria, but you are not only for Nigeria. You are a global product. You're a global voice. So please, keep it up. My brother Idenyi says, persistence will give you, consistency will keep it. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that punch. Persistence will give you morale, consistency will keep it. Fantastic. Interesting. So thank you so much for watching me again today. Please, you know as we do it, please share this video so someone gets to hear this vibe and picks from it. Banker, thank you for joining as always. Stephen Ibokwe, thank you so much. Kemi Abolarin, good to see you, darling. Thank you so much. Omotola Rema, thank you for joining. Olumide Ajayi, thank you, sir. How have you been, sir? It's good to see you. James Longe, good to hook up with you online. Thank you. Isaac Benga, thank you so much for joining. Odusote Michael Chelsea, thank you for joining. My Oga Idenyi Emmanuel, good to see you, boss. I appreciate you. Ibitoye Akinola, good to see you, sir. God bless you. Steven says, I also think we should factor uncertainties. Yeah. Well, when uncertainties pop up, then you ask yourself, what do I do about these uncertainties? What next? Hardly would an uncertainty lead you to terminate. An uncertainty comes to test your readiness and your preparedness. So when an uncertainty pops up, ask yourself, what should I do about this? Doe says, so much distractions, we are trying to concentrate. Well, whatever is able to distract you from what you really want to do tells you that what you really want to do was not good enough in the first place. So when you're distracted, ask yourself, what is the power of this distraction? Distraction is like a wall. Does it make you turn back, or does it make you walk around it? Distractions are necessary for you to verify and test your resolve. So let the distractions come, and then you combat it with your tools. Aluko Taiwo says, always be result-oriented. Thank you so much. Good feedbacks, good thoughts. I appreciate you. Okay, so let me continue with my tour of the park. I would see you again tomorrow. Love you. Please share this video. I really would love you to share this video. Thank you, and bye.